Hi, this is Kimberly Mott, and this is another edition of CBK Salon Living in the Light. It is more about a personal faith testimony here, more than, a work situation. But these two, to me, definitely intertwined. So the thing that motivated and moved me today was seeing images of the Oklahoma tornado that tore through and it did tear through the town of Moore, Oklahoma. And just seeing a lot of images of a lot of things that moved my heart. But one image was of a woman carrying another woman out of the rubble. And I thought, as far as a Christian and my faith in the Lord, aren't we supposed to pull people from the rubble? And I started seeing other images of how there was estimated of over 100 people that were missing, and through the dark night when they had no power, they had to use whatever light that they had to go into the darkness and to go into the rubble and to go into the debris and look for people, hear for people that were trying to survive being buried by this situation and the circumstance that this tornado that tore through their town buried them. And they found so many. I mean, the hearts of people it really moves me that the hearts of people that kept digging, looking through the rubble to find those people that were buried alive. And they didn't give up, and they found many, almost all. But sadly, there were people that were lost, people that died, tragedies, children, mothers, I'm sure fathers, grandfathers, uncles, aunts. It's a huge tragedy, but I am so thankful for those people that didn't give up on those others, because it could have been so much more. But as a Christian, I thought, aren't we supposed to look into this world and really seek through the rubble and through the darkness of those that are really dying there? This world is full of trouble. And it's a very dark place at times. And I'm hoping that these situations and these circumstances, when you look at a situation of a tornado and you see how it tore through something, the evils of this world have been tearing through people's lives from the beginning of time. And we should never give up, no matter how dark it gets. That we need to be that light in the midst of the storm, in the midst of the darkness, to go through the rubble and to look for those people. I got to see two people the last, I seen a person yesterday and a person today. There was a very poor man who is a previous friend of my husband's. Still a friend of my husband's, but this man has a lot of problems, and he was trying to cover them up. He literally was keeping all that rubble over him. He didn't really want us to go in there and rescue him. He wanted to look like he was okay when he clearly had drug problems. He clearly had situations. We were dropping him off at a hotel because he said his home was just in the works of being purchased, and that his business was going to be starting up. And he dug through this very small bag, and we dropped him off at a local hotel. And it made me really sad, because this man really wasn't seeking to be found. And I don't always know what to do with that. But I know that I was moved by compassion to pray for him, even though I knew he wasn't ready for me to lay hands and pray for him. And then I met another man today who was a very rich man. And I'm sure covered by a different kind of rubble altogether. Worldly wants and desires, and has no need for anything. But both of them need the Lord. And I think in our lives, if we lay down judgments and criticisms and just start being the hands and feet of the Lord, and really be the salt and light of what He needs us to be, to reach out. And so I really felt like God wanted me to read a scripture, and I hope this was it, because I was looking through the Word. And in Matthew chapter 5, verse 13, salt and light. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except for to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. a town built on a hill that cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it out on its stand, and it gives light in everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, and they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. The people that were looking for, the people that were lost in the rubble and the darkness, whatever light they had, they looked for them. So I'm praying that this hopefully inspires you, inspires me to not just be just compassionate in the moment, but to continue to not be judging, but to be caring and to be loving, to be salt and to be light. And with whatever light we have, let it shine in the proper places. And then may God use us to be that light, to bring glory to Him, to help His people that He loves. That's another edition of CBK Salon, Living in the Light.